Welcome to www.learnquickbooksfree.com. That's right, this is where you get to learn QuickBooks for free.
And today we received a pretty nice long question request from Jay. Um, Listen, buddy, I do this more for fun. You're actually putting me to work over here. But you know what? I'm going to still try to help you out the best way I can. So let's go ahead and read your question. Hello, how do I set up a chart of accounts if I operate a tour business and all it has are incomes and expenses, and sometimes we hire vans and also people hire our vans? We do have a dollar account, but all our expenses are in shillings, petty cash, that is a Ugandan currency. So is there a way to do that? Also, some clients pay in cash and others make transfers. I get paid through commissions. How do I record that? Also, sometimes I give out loans and they get paid back. Then the director uses the company money for this personal use. In addition, through the account, the director receives personal money. Lastly, the expenses are categorized as park entrance, accommodations, yada 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 yada. I read through the advice you gave me at the top, but still think I need some help. Thank you again for your time. Whew. Yeah, that's a long one, and it's a lot of different kind of questions. I'll tell you the truth, Jay. We're gonna try to dissect this one at a time. Some of these questions are a little vague, but once again, I'll see what I could do for you. Okay, so let's go over to QuickBooks and let's kind of look at one thing at a time and see what we could do. Okay, so our first question is how do I set up chart of accounts if I operate a tour business and all it has are incomes and expenses? And sometimes we hire vans and also people hire our vans. Well, to answer your first question, you go under company, you have chart of accounts, and this is what pulls up. This is where you could basically add new expenses and accounts or income, either expense or income. So what I'll do is I'm gonna start our first expense over here, and this is where over here I could put van rental. But what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna even take it a different kind of step, and what I'll do is I'll get out of chart of accounts. I'm gonna open up this invoice over here. I chose customer 1 for example, and under item I'm gonna go ahead and choose van rental. Okay, so this is when a customer actually rents the van from you. Okay, so this is, you can call it whatever you want, but that's what I'm calling it. Now, van rental is a service, it's not an inventory. And you can put description van rental again, whatever you want to put. Okay, so this is an item, this is not a chart of accounts. But over here where it says accounts, this is where it becomes chart of accounts. Now, since we don't have one set up, I'm going to go under add new, and that same screen popped up. So I'm going to call it rental income. Once again, you can dissect it or you can keep it general. I'm going to call it rental income. Okay, so this is income, rental income. I'm going to hit save and close. There you go, van rental. So now under rental income, you can have van rental, you can have this rental, that rental. And there you go. So I'm going to hit OK. And that's it. So let's say customer 1 rented the van from you for, $100. Okay, disregard the California tax, but the whole point is this is how you set up that chart of account. Okay, so I'm going to hit save and new. Now let's say you rented the van from a vendor. It's kind of basically the same idea. So I went to vendor center. I'm going to go to vendor and I'm going to go to enter bill, for example. Okay, so I'm under enter bill. I'm going to do vendor 1. I'm going to do you rented it for $50. Okay, same thing over here. We're going to go van rental, which obviously is going to be a little bit different this time because it's not an income, it's an expense. And your chart of accounting will pull up over here, but this time it's an expense. And van rental, you can basically go ahead and create a different, rentals once again, just for the general expense. And there you have it. So you just rented the van for 50 bucks. You leased it out to somebody else for 100 bucks. I'm going to hit save and close. I'm pretty sure that takes care of somewhat of your first question. And that's it. So let's move on to the next. Okay, Jay. Next question you have is, we do have a dollar account, but all our expenses are in shillings, petty cash. That is a Ugandan currency. So is there a way to do that? I mean, I'll be honest with you, Jay. I'm a little confused about this question. As far as converting from USD to shillings, I don't have no experience in conversions. I only really deal with USD. But as far as making a petty cash account, that's not a problem. As you can see, I'm in the chart of accounts, and I've already actually had one set up under bank. So, I mean, this is the best way I could show you. And though if you don't know how to get this going, it's same thing, you know, chart of accounts. You could do new account, and it would be under bank. Okay, it's not an expense, it's not an income. You would do it under bank, and you do continue, and you would just type in petty cash. And I don't know if you want to do shillings. I mean, it's a little bit beyond my scope. Once again, I don't do conversions from USD to any other currency, but that's the best advice I can give you is bank. Account name could be petty cash or dash shillings, and that should answer that question. Okay, and let's move on to the next. Alright, next question is, also some clients pay in cash and others make transfers. I get paid through commission. How do I record that? Okay, well, let me show you a couple different ways real quick. I went under enter sales receipt. Sales receipt is when you get money right away and you don't have to create an invoice and send something to someone. So let's say you just got paid through your website, whatever, so whatnot. Or I guess you've got paid cash, right? So how you record that, I'm going to do customer 1. And let's say it was for the van rental, right? And you collected $100. I know this is going to show the tax, but let's see if we can take the tax out over here. Here we go, non-taxable. Okay. And the idea over here is where you see says deposit to. This is where you choose that bank, petty cash. Okay, so this is how you record that you got cash. You get paid through commissions through that. I mean, I guess that's just still take care of that way. So and others make transfers. Well, as far as transfer, same thing. You just have to say which bank it got transferred to. So let's say it got transferred to this, and under payment method over here, this is where you could have chosen cash or direct deposit, or you can even create a new one called wire transfers. There you go. So since it's not set up, I'm going to set it up. There you go. Wire transfer cash type. We'll do cash. And that pretty much should answer that part of the question. Another way of doing it is if you did have to send an invoice to someone, same deal, customer 1. Okay, right now it's van rental, $100. Let's say you went ahead and created the invoice. Then I would go under customer, receive payments. And it's the same idea, just a different screen. Customer 1, $100 is going to pick the invoice. And the idea is payment method. You can pick that wire transfer or cash, right? And it all just depends what bank you want to send it to. You want to send it to checking. If you got cash in hand, then it's petty cash. That's pretty much how you record that. And there you go. So I hope that answers that question. And let's move on to the next. Alright, Jay, your next question is, also sometimes I give out loans and they get paid back. Then the director uses the company money for his personal use. It's really two separate questions. One has nothing to do with the other. As far as giving out loans and getting paid back, we actually already made a video on it. It's called How to Record a Loan Payable and Interest Income. If you do charge interest, this is the perfect video for you. But even if you don't, this video on our website, just look for How to Record a Loan Payable and Interest Income under our Accounting 101. And that should pretty much explain to you how you record loans. Okay? As far as the director using company money for his personal use, Okay, so here we go. We are in the chart of accounts, and for the owner using company for his personal use, it would go under equity. That's pretty much one place you can put that under. So if the owner draws some money, it would be under owner's draw. You could do it out of equity, owner's equity. That could basically be one way to record an owner drawing money for his or her personal use. And that pretty much should cover that. Let's see what it says over here. In addition, through the account, the director receives personal money. If he receives personal money, I guess it could, he receives personal money. And that pretty much can go all under that same account that I told you about, owner's equity, owner's draw. That pretty much would cover that. And your last question over here. Lastly, the expenses are categorized as park entrance, accommodation, meals, ferry crossing, game, diving, boat trip, fuel, Once again, really doesn't matter what the expense is. If you want to make it into an expense, it's all under chart of accounts. You just do account, new, expense, hit continue, name your expense, put in a description if you want to. It's as simple as that. So this is probably one of my longest videos, I believe, and I hope I have helped you out, Jay. So if you guys have any other questions, any other way I could help you, feel free to visit our forum section. That's right, visit our forum section. Where is our forum section? It is right over here on top where it says forum. And there you go, guys. Sign up. Go to the appropriate category. Post a question. If it's video worthy, I will make a video. And that concludes this lesson. You can visit our website at www.learnquickbooksfree.com to watch more videos.